Hello, Suzie. Kept meaning to do this video for a long while now. I'm terribly sorry, but afraid that's how life is. But yes, you have. It's a weird problem, you know. I have a bit of experience from it. I think my ex-wife's sister had the problem, and actually she was my girlfriend for a short period. So I know what's it all about. Yeah, I think you have one advantage. I think you're an extremely intelligent person, and I think you can. I do believe you can get yourself out of it if you tackle it at a different angle. Basically, I think if you travel too deep within it, then it'll be a part of you, and I don't think you would want to be in that road, down that road. Basically, I feel like there is too few choices. In my sister-in-law's case, she happened to found someone that would chaperone her for the rest of her life, you know, because and those sort of guys are very few in this world. He's got an extremely wonderful persona, and she comes before everything in this world to him. And these people are extremely rare, and I don't think you would want that anyway. I think you're too intelligent to go down that road. I do believe that you can find your own way and out of this road. I think the way I look at it is you need to look at your life as your program per day. It's like a 12-inch record, you know. Somewhere along this line in this 12-inch record every day, there is a little bleep or twitch in it. It's all down to your persona, basically. You know, like most of us, when we come across a problem that we can't solve, or you know, it throws us into chaos. Some people lose their temper. Some people would hit back and return. Some people would lash out and hurt other people, or even kill other people. But with your particular type of persona, somehow there is a subliminal message in that groove. You know, like it's a difficult area to pass because most people, you know, persona basically govern this area, which way they're going to go. But in people with your type of persona, they're self-harming, which is sad because I feel like there must be an answer to it. The only way I can see it is that to recognize it for it is. That, you know, this subliminal message is coming true, that is telling you to react in this form, and it's to know and recognize that message. You know, it's like this 12 inches playing throughout your day, and is to program your whole psychology to recognize this message, and set all your alarm clocks going, and is to, in a sense, undermine that particular message. I know you're probably, being intelligent as you are, you've probably gone down the road trying to find a million ways to overcome it, but it's a difficult one, you know. But I do feel that you're intelligent enough to realize and start to learn to recognize this message that is coming through, and that is the message that is going to hold you back from everything you're capable of achieving. You know, and I feel that personally that it's all down to persona and this particular type of problem. That's why I think I think people trying to treat individuals with this problem can, give up on them because it seems like they are knocking their head against the wall. But nevertheless, I think you need to look at it as your day as a 12-inch record. You traveling down this groove, and within the problem that you have is somewhere there is this twitch, that would, when it happens, it throws you into this situation where you self-harming yourself, and so you need to be geared up for it, basically, and to realize that that you have, you got to have a sort of a goal, that you can achieve wonders basically with your ability you have. You can either get stuck here, involved with this problem forever, or you could, gear yourself up, and you're at war with this message that is coming through, and because it would prevent you from achieving your goals, which you are definitely capable of. You're far more intelligent than my sister-in-law, and she's managed to live through it and coping pretty well. But there again, you see, she's undermined her situation through a chaperone. But I don't think, the thing is, the world is not built that way. We're not going to find a partner or a husband that is going to be a chaperone for life. And I think because the intelligent person you are, I do feel that you have a great horizon in front of you, and I feel that it's sad to think that your capabilities and your abilities to allow this little bleach, little bleep message, to that be your downfall, and I think you just need to set these alarm bells, stop at the minute you're doing it and realize this is my life, and I need to bring this to an end, and move on. Basically, I think a lot of it could help a lot if you settle down with someone that you love. But there again, this will work against you, because there's very, very few men in this world who want to be a chaperone to you for life. So it's a obstacle that you need to overcome, and I think that you need to gear up your whole mind instead of writing books. And but the problem, I think you need to gear up your whole mind and into this particular bleep that is setting off this behavior pattern, because you in some ways it's a nice pattern. The world loves you, rather than to you going around smashing the house up or beating somebody up, but it's a point against you, basically, and you're not harming anybody but yourself. And I feel that you really need to keep an eye on the grooves and recognize these little message when it comes through, that you either achieve it in this world or you don't, and you're not going to achieve it by allowing this type of psychology to undermine you. You need to get over this hurdle, and you need to drop everything else and gear your mind up to jump this hurdle. And I think you can, because I think one of the reasons why you're stuck and accept this little bleep on that groove is that you have, it's like a company, it's like a plaster that you put over this area, because being a nice person, you don't want to hit out at anybody and whatnot, so you hit out at yourself. I think if you want to hit out at anything, you need to hit out and create a dream of what you could achieve and the type of mentality you could build upon on making this world a decent place and getting involved with things that are much more important in life than letting this little bleep undermine you. I just think that you definitely should learn to recognize this little message that is coming through and make it your enemy, but tackle it in a logical way and realize that that it is your weakness in life. Look at it as your weakness, and you're not going to let it take you down that road forever. Take care. I thought I had this in. If you think you're going to get help from psychiatrists, psychologists, psychoanalysts, and the rest of them, I don't think so. Somehow I think the way I look at things is, when you look at young students going to university, they're given a pack of books to read and analyze it, and then a certain period, so many years, 6 years or 7 years into their studies, they're given exams, and they pass these exams of what is in these books that they've read. I've helped psychologist students out, and when I see the sort of a quality of humans that go after this type of career, it dawns on me that we're made out to believe that you got doctors, psychiatrists, and all these people they go and study. But when you look at it, if you look at history, like all these books 40 years ago that, ordinary people, your doctor, you go running about with him, used to pay him a lot of money for. But all that books that they studied, you could have picked up the whole lot of them and threw them in the bin today. And to think that the people at that time believed in them, everything they said, and what about the patients that they treated? If everything what they've learned was load of crap, how did the patients survive? So I think there's something to look into that. I think if it's a witch doctor you're looking for to sort out your problems, I think there's no better than yourself. I think, especially with you, I think you're intelligent enough to make your own assessments, that nobody knows this individual, Suzie, better than Suzie. She knows what time she goes to bed, what time she gets up, what she likes to eat, and her tantrums that she throws, and her rebellic ways, all these things. You know it much better than any psychologist or psychiatrist will ever know. And what you're really saying is you put your total fate in this bunch of books that our present psychologists and psychiatrists read today. And we know, like in 40 years down the line, we could throw all that bunch of books in the bin and all. So now I think most of this problem, especially with the mind, there's no better person to undermine it than yourself. You need help and you need guidance, but I think there's very few good psychiatrists and psychologists out there today that would, you know, that would be able. You're looking basically for a needle in a haystack. It's like when you go to when these individuals go to university and want to be a psychologist or psychiatrist or doctor, they don't scrutinize his persona to see, is he a creator? But now they just give him a bunch of books to read, and when the examination come up, and as long as he answers all what that is in that book and manage to put and two and two together, then he's all right. The rulers or the gods will give him this title. Psychiatrists, doctors, and when he spends his time over the years, he becomes a consultant. But I think there's no better person to help you than yourself. Because I don't think there's anybody in this world knows Suzie better than Suzie. Anyway, I'm sure you've got it in you to achieve much better, much brighter future than to be stuck in this horrible groove, or this little twitch. Not even a whole groove that is bad. It is just a little twitch that you just got to be aware of these little nasties and think of what you're gonna put on the other end of the scale. This little nasty on one end of the scale, and you got a whole person to put on the other end of the scale. How could you allow this little twitch to get the better of you? Anyway, take care, and all the best.